Welcome to Brain Shift. This is where we break down the science of self-improvement so you can build better habits, sharpen your mindset, and actually become the person you keep saying you'll be. Let's get into it. Every single year, millions of people wake up on January 1st with a plan. They're going to hit the gym. They're going to save money. They're going to finally read more, stress less, wake up earlier, eat better. And for about 2 weeks, they actually do it. Then life happens. Motivation fades. The old habits come back. And by February, nothing has changed. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Those people didn't fail because they were lazy. They didn't fail because they lacked discipline. They failed because they were using the wrong system entirely. James Clear spent years studying the science of human behavior and wrote one of the most important books of the last decade, Atomic Habits. And what he discovered changes everything about how we think about success, failure, and personal growth. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to break down the 6 most powerful lessons from this book. Lessons that will completely rewire how you approach change in your life. Let's get into it. Atomic Habits was published in 2018 and has sold over 15 million copies worldwide. It has been recommended by professional athletes, Fortune 500 CEOs, Navy SEALs, and everyday people trying to build a better life. But here's what makes this book different from every other self-help book you've ever read. James Clear doesn't talk about motivation. He doesn't tell you to dream bigger or believe in yourself harder. He talks about systems. Specifically, the tiny, almost invisible systems that either silently build you up or quietly tear you down every single day. He calls them atomic habits. Small, essential, powerful beyond anything you'd expect. Here are the 6 lessons that matter most. Lesson 1, the 1% rule. Imagine you have 2 people. Person 1 tries to make massive dramatic changes to their life all at once. New diet, new gym routine, new sleep schedule, new morning ritual, all starting Monday. Person 2 just commits to getting 1% better at one thing every single day. That's it, just 1%. After 1 week, person 1 has burned out and quit. Person 2 barely noticed the effort. But here's where it gets extraordinary. If you get just 1% better every single day for a full year, you will end up 37 times better than when you started. 37 times. Not because of one massive breakthrough, not because of one perfect week, but because of tiny, consistent improvements that compound over time, just like interest in a bank account. James Clear calls this the aggregation of marginal gains. And it works in reverse too. Get 1% worse every day, and by the end of the year, you've declined to nearly 0. The lesson here is brutal and beautiful at the same time. Your outcomes in life are a lagging measure of your habits. Your bank account reflects your financial habits. Your fitness reflects your exercise habits. Your knowledge reflects your reading habits. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Lesson 2, the habit loop. Every single habit you have, good or bad, follows the exact same 4-step pattern. Cue, craving, response, reward. Let me show you how this works with something you probably do every day. You pick up your phone first thing in the morning. The cue, you wake up and see the phone on your nightstand. The craving, you want to feel connected, entertained, informed. The response, you unlock it and start scrolling. The reward, a small hit of dopamine from new notifications. That loop has been repeated so many times it now happens automatically, without any conscious decision from you at all. This is how every habit works. The gym, the cigarette, the late-night snack, the meditation practice, the journaling routine. Understanding this loop is the foundation of everything else in this book, because once you can see the loop, you can redesign it. Want to break a bad habit? Remove the cue or make the reward less satisfying. Want to build a good habit? Make the cue obvious. Make the craving attractive and make the reward immediate. Simple in theory, transformative in practice. If you're finding value in this breakdown so far, take a second to hit that subscribe button. We break down one powerful book like this every single week, and you don't want to miss the next one. Lesson 3, identity-based habits. This is the lesson that hit me hardest in the entire book, and I think it will hit you too. Most people try to change their behavior from the outside in. They set a goal. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to save $10,000. I want to read 24 books this year. And they push and push toward that goal through willpower alone, until the willpower runs out, which it always does. James Clear says we have this completely backwards. The most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you want to become. There's a massive difference between these two statements. I'm trying to stop smoking. I'm not a smoker. I'm trying to exercise more. I'm someone who never misses a workout. I want to save money. I'm someone who spends intentionally. When your habits become part of your identity, they stop feeling like effort and start feeling like expression. You're not doing the habit anymore. You're being the person who does that habit. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. And every small habit, no matter how tiny, is casting that vote. Start asking yourself not what do I want, but who do I want to be? Lesson 4. Make it obvious. Here's a question. Why do you eat the snacks on the kitchen counter more than the healthy food in the back of the fridge? Is it because you love junk food more? Maybe. Or is it simply because the junk food is more visible? James Clear argues that one of the most underrated factors in habit formation is your environment. Specifically, how obvious the cues for your habits are in your daily surroundings. This is called environment design, and it works both ways. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow every morning so it's the first thing you see when you walk into your bedroom at night. Want to drink more water? Put a water bottle on your desk right next to your keyboard where you can't miss it. Want to exercise in the morning? Sleep in your gym clothes and put your shoes directly in front of your bedroom door. And for breaking bad habits, make the cues invisible. Delete the social media apps off your home screen. Put your phone in another room when you're trying to focus. Move the snacks off the counter and into a cupboard you rarely open. You don't need more willpower. You need a better designed environment. Your habits are often a reflection of the room you're in, not the person you are. Quick question for you. What's one thing in your environment right now that's making a bad habit too easy? Drop it in the comments. I am genuinely curious. Lesson 5. The 2-minute rule. This is the most practically useful lesson in the entire book, and it sounds almost too simple to work. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. That's it. Want to start running? Your habit is to put on your running shoes. That's the whole habit. Just the shoes. Want to start reading? Your habit is to open the book and read one page. One page. Want to meditate? Your habit is to sit down, close your eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. Done. I know what you're thinking. That's too easy. That can't possibly make a difference. But here's what James Clear understands about human psychology that most people miss. The biggest barrier to any new habit is not the habit itself. It's starting. Every time you successfully start, no matter how small, you are reinforcing the identity of being someone who does that habit. And once you've started, you almost always continue. Put on the running shoes, and suddenly the run doesn't feel so hard. Open the book to 1 page, and you end up reading 10. Sit down to meditate for 2 minutes, and the timer goes off before you noticed it started. The 2-minute rule isn't about doing less. It's about removing the psychological friction that stops you from starting in the first place. Make it so easy to begin that saying no feels harder than saying yes. Lesson 6. Never miss twice. This might be the most compassionate lesson in the entire book, and it's the one that I think genuinely separates people who build lasting habits from people who don't. You will miss a day. Life will get in the way. You will be tired, sick, busy, overwhelmed, and you will break your streak. This is not failure. This is being human. The mistake most people make is letting 1 missed day become 2. 2 become a week. A week becomes, I've already ruined it. What's the point? James Clear's rule is devastatingly simple. Never miss twice. Miss the gym on Monday? You must go on Tuesday. 0 excuses. 0 shortcuts. Forgot to journal yesterday? You journal today. Full stop. 1 missed day is an accident. 2 missed days is the beginning of a new habit, the habit of missing. The people who succeed long-term aren't the ones who never slip. They're the ones who never let a slip become a slide. Show up imperfectly. Show up tired. Show up for just 2 minutes if that's all you have. But show up. Because what you're really protecting is not the streak. It's the identity of being someone who keeps their promises to themselves. Out of everything in this book, the lesson that hit me hardest was the identity lesson. Because I realized I had been approaching change completely backwards my entire life. I was focused on outcomes, the goal, the destination, the result. And I kept failing to get there because I never changed how I saw myself. The moment I stopped asking, how do I achieve this goal, and started asking, what kind of person do I want to be, and what would that person do today, everything shifted. Not overnight, not dramatically, but slowly, unmistakably, I started showing up differently. That's the real promise of this book. Not a magic formula, not a 30-day transformation, just a fundamentally better way of thinking about who you are and what you're capable of becoming, one tiny habit at a time. Let's bring it all together quickly. Lesson 1, the 1% rule. Small improvements compound into extraordinary results over time. You don't need to be great to start. You need to start to be great. Lesson 2, the habit loop. Every habit follows a cue, craving, response, and reward cycle. Understand the loop, and you can redesign it. Lesson 3, identity-based habits. Stop chasing goals and start becoming the person for whom those goals are a natural result. Lesson 4, make it obvious. Design your environment to make good habits easier and bad habits harder. Willpower is unreliable. Your surroundings are not. Lesson 5, the 2-minute rule. Make every new habit so small it takes less than 2 minutes to start. Starting is everything. Lesson 6, never miss twice. You will slip. What matters is that you come back immediately. 1 missed day is an accident. 2 is a choice. If you're serious about using these lessons, I want to ask you something specific. In the comments right now, tell me one habit you're going to start this week using the 2-minute rule. Just one. Make it small. Make it obvious. I read every single comment, and I'd love to know what you're working on. If this video gave you value, subscribe because every single week we break down the most important ideas from the best books in the world in exactly this format. No nonsense. No wasted words. Just the ideas that actually matter. Next week, we're breaking down the habits of the most disciplined people on the planet. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. You won't want to miss it. I'll see you there. Subscribe. New video every week.